Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. I hope you're all doing well today. It's been a banging day here in the markets. Wow, look at this. Bitcoin is just ripped. Currently trading at $117,781. It did break 118K earlier. It is just on a tear. Ethereum is up to $3,000. Solana up to 165. And if you guys remember, just a couple days ago, I was telling you guys that to look at this and to consider buying it. If you did, good on you. We're up massively. Let's take a look at this one. If you remember, I made the call to nibble back here at 98K. If it dipped down to 98K, go back and look at my videos. If you did that, if you had set an order here and got some, you would be up nicely. You know, roughly $20,000 on Bitcoin price since I called that entry. Also, let's take a look at what's going on. Big news, guys, in Bitcoin here. So we can see this article here. This is right in the news. Bitcoin jumps to record on institutional investor demand. Like I was saying, guys, as people realize this, as people realize that we are just printing and printing and printing the money away, not just in the United States, but the global tech stocks. You can see them as well. They are all printing money. This means that our money is being debased, losing purchasing power. We need to be in scarce assets, right? Scarce assets, and or disruptive technology. You know, preferably both. So here we have that. Currently, the U.S. debt is trading at 37,000 with Trump's big, beautiful bill. That's guaranteed to print another 4 trillion, taking us to just ridiculously high levels, guys. This is a problem. This is why we Bitcoin. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Here we have the Bitcoin treasuries. This is inflows, total Bitcoin spot ETF net inflows. And this is from the Bitcoin Treasuries website. We can see this. We can see the greens are inflows, which people are buying. Outflows are the reds. We can see that this is just doing fantastic. There's way more green. Volume is higher, and Bitcoin is catching a good bid. Another thing that we looked at is the Bitcoin Treasuries website here. These are the top public Bitcoin Treasury companies. This list is growing. Last time we looked at this, if I remember correctly, there was 100, can't remember what it was, but this is growing massively. I think this total was at 252, and this is just a couple weeks ago. Maybe not even, maybe 2 weeks ago. Can't remember, but it wasn't that long ago. So we've got 10 more institutions or governments or private companies that are adding to their stack, guys. And that is why we're seeing Bitcoin freaking pump along with other assets across the board. It's looking really positive, guys. This is just insane. Ultimately, I do think, though, that this Bitcoin treasury game is going to be the potential time bomb, that blows up, but it still has quite a bit of time to go. But eventually that will happen, I believe. There's going to be too many companies or corporates that put it on the treasuries. They buy too much. They try to do some sort of financial jujitsu to borrow more money, and eventually these companies blow up. Which causes them to sell their Bitcoin. Perhaps they use it, they get too leveraged. That leverage comes off, and then when they sell their Bitcoin, we get a cascading selling of all the people that were, late to the party, and they get wrecked. I think that's how this will ultimately end the bull market, but we'll see. But it's looking good. I mean, certainly don't want to be dismissing this now. It is really going up, up, up. So well done, guys. Let's take a look at this as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. What did that do? Let's look at ETH. It really rips as well. It's up more than Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that. Look at that. It just pulled that candle. It broke this horizontal level here on the 2.8 and just boop, ripped up. And trading over 3K. You know, this is looking good. Look at these fib levels. You can see how they are just uncanny. You know, it had gotten up to this previous point. It had a pullback. We can see it ranged right here at the 0.23. It dipped down to the 0.38. We can see that was very good support. It hit at 1, 2. Then it ranged here for a bit before it came back up and broke over it. And we can see ultimately it came all the way down to the 0.5 retracement. And it hit that and bounced right off of it. That's why I'm saying, guys, you really need to use these tools. If you're not familiar with them, you should be familiar with them. This is called the Fibonacci levels. Fib retracement. It's the tool, the fib retracement, and it's real simple to use. All you got to do is click on it, click down here, and draw it up to the high level, and you'll be able to see it. I'll do it for you real quick so you can see how it looks. In case you're not unfamiliar, you can try it. Just do it this way. So, fib retracement, we saw it take off from down about here, right? This is where we can see it eventually got lift off. We draw it up like that to the top level, to where it was. Actually, you would draw it down to here, right? Because that was the previous high. You take it up to the previous high. This is the new one that just happened today. So we draw it up to this previous high that it was at right here before, when it took that dump. And that's when we draw it, trying to speculate on where is it going to go, where is it going to drop down from this point, and we can see it hit that level, this level, and then this level. It was below it a little bit, didn't quite get to the golden pocket, but it did come down, and then it bounced hard off of that and ran up. All right, let's also take a look at Solana, see how the Sol Train's doing. Let's go to this one. All right, there we have that. Let's pull this down a little bit. Open that up, lift it up. And you can see I drew the fib levels on this one from the April 7th catastrophe of Trump's tariffs. And it just ripped up there, then it bounced back down. And here we have it. And it's just now breaking the 236. If it breaks through here, we could see some more upside. But I would expect a pullback with the massive run-up that we've just seen. So there you have it, folks. If you got in on these trades, or if you're holding these bags, keep holding on to them. I do believe we got further upside, and we are just starting. I think it's got massive room to growth. Remember, Solana earlier in the year was trading at around $300, so I could easily see it going back up there if we see the market, Ethereum in particular. If we see Ethereum continue to rally, Solana will also perform well, guys. All right. Have a wonderful day, and Monger on.